Well, greetings friends. It's Trev here, and I'm going to do a little SHAREfactory tutorial for you. I've put probably hundreds of hours into editing videos in SHAREfactory, and I really enjoy it. I think, just to get a review out of the way real quick, I would probably give this like almost a 9 out of 10. It definitely has its limitations, but we're also on console here. We're on a PlayStation 4 editing videos and photos, so what do you expect? But I think for a video editing program on console, it's really well done. So we're gonna start. We're gonna kind of resume a project that I've been working on, and I will try to pretty much go through just tons of the different features that SHAREfactory has to offer, and also just how I recommend using all those different tools, when to use them, when not to use them, certain little tricks that you can use. So we're actually going to start a new project, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And you have all these different themes to choose from. They'll give you anything from, they'll have different transitions, they'll have different title screens, different stickers. And my go-to often is this comic book theme. And a lot of these are all free themes that I've just downloaded over the years. So you got plenty of options depending on what kind of vibe you're trying to give on your video. Like here's a top 10 shooter theme, so if you want like a countdown 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, different plays of the week or whatever, you can that's a good one. But I really like this comic book theme because it has really cool transitions. And that's kind of the most important thing when you're picking a theme is the transitions. A lot of the other stuff you don't really use. And we're going to import our videos now. And I have tons of different videos from different games. For right now, we're rocking Battlefield 5 montage, where it's going to be a slow-mo montage. And I've already actually, all these mini clips down here, these Battlefield clips, I've already actually edited them together. And I saved them all into one file here. So I actually have a 7-minute clip we're going to import. And then we're also going to, well, let's just start with that for now. We'll add more in a second. So we're going to hit square to start project, but first we're going to rename it. We're going to do Battlefield 5 montage. Continue. And it'll throw in these dumb clips sometimes that I don't even want. This is all I wanted. But all we gotta do is delete these things, so I just hit square on it. I'm gonna go to delete. We're gonna delete this, and we're gonna delete these. So this is currently a 7-minute video that I've already edited, and first I'm gonna show you a little bit of this. So you can see I already put some text in there. I've got an arrow. Here's some more text that pops up. So this is just the intro of my video here. It's kind of introducing how it's gonna to unfold. So you can see I put some mines under this tank, and pretty soon it's gonna go slow-mo.
Defend this bleeding objective!
So if you saw that, towards the end there I added a funny little emote, laughing guy. And I added that subscribe sticker, and I also add a like sticker. So that's the kind of stuff I'll be showing you, and then you see how it transitions. It transitions to this next scene, and we'll just watch this one as well. We're going to slow-mo again, and watch me just gun down these poor fools in the back. The second victim is actually a friend of mine. R.I.P. Never late. So we're smoke those two dudes. Gun down this last noob. Back of the head. So it's all in slow-mo right now, obviously. It'll cut out of slow-mo soon. And this is kind of how the whole video is going to go. It's going to have me approaching an area. It'll go into slow-mo during a cool part, and then it'll pop back to regular mo. This guy. What's up, Pop Tart? Mr. Joystick Guru himself. So it's gonna go slow-mo here. But I think you get the point of what this video is gonna be. So let's get moving here once it resumes. Da da da. And I like this transition here.
Hurting over
Pretty
here,
cool.
dog.
And I also like to throw a little humor into these videos. So here's a weird little glitch that happened in a game I was playing. And you see how I zoomed in there? I'll show you how to do that. Oh, this guy's doing yoga. So yeah, that was goofy. Okay, last clip, because this is a really good one that showcases the slow-mo feature. I had this room rigged with C4, so when I blow the C4, this whole building just explodes in slow-mo. It's pretty amazing. That's why I like to do slow-mo Battlefield videos, is because you miss a lot of the detail when you're playing at full speed, and you can really appreciate. Finish this little sucker off. Alright, so right now we have 7 minutes of that. I've already edited a lot of that stuff. Here's a cool little frag toss thing. I'll show you this where we add a little text. So epic frag toss text I add in there to sauce it up a little. And then again I have it zoom in here. We zoom in. I'll show you how to do that. And this is all in SHAREfactory. All this stuff I've edited. I captured it on the PlayStation 4, imported it into the SHAREfactory on PS4. I'll exported it all. So it's, you know, I can do all these cool things, and you can too. A lot of people don't really like this program because it's kind of confusing at first, but if you just put some time into it, it eventually becomes really natural, and it's pretty easy to use, honestly. I'm just using my DualShock controller right now to edit all this. So right now we're 7 minutes 5 seconds into the video, but I have some more videos that I want, or some more short clips to add, because I've been playing Battlefield since then, and I've been just slowly adding highlights. So we're going to add a few more of these highlights into the video. So to do that, we're going to go to the end of the video, because that's where I want to add them. And just a little quick trick right away is, the reason I had to make this 7-minute video first is because SHAREfactory, it limits you to 80 clips. So if you look on the left side of the screen there, 50 clips. You can only have 50 clips in SHAREfactory at a time. So what I had to do, I reached the maximum amount of 50 clips because of all these different videos I was putting in and editing everything. So what you can do if that happens, if you run out of room, you run out of clips, you can just kind of finalize what you can, and then you export it. Just export it to your PS4, and then you can import it back into SHAREfactory, and it'll just be one long clip instead of 50 tiny little clips. So now that I made some room, now I can add more clips. I'm not at that 50 cap anymore. So we've got options right here. You know, I could add a clip, I could add a screenshot, I could add music, I could add a track 2, which would be, you could do anything from commentary, or a track 2 could also be like another video. So you could have like half the screen would be your gameplay, and half the screen could be you sitting in a chair like talking or something. And I'll try to get into that later. But right now we're just adding clips. We're going to add, let's see if we can sort this by date or not. We're going to sort by game, and we're going to go to Battlefield. And we're going to select these clips that I haven't added yet. Luckily they do them in order, so I know which ones. At least I think I know which ones. That one. So I think it's just 6 new clips that we're adding, because all these below here I've already added into the video, I believe. Yep. So I selected 6 clips. I'm going to hit square to add clips. And now we got some fresh clips to work with. They're unedited. You know, let's see, how many are there. It's only like a minute of them, so let's kind of play through them here. And what I recommend is, before importing your clips into SHAREfactory, I like to trim them up, so I've only got these 10 to 20 second clips that I imported, as opposed to having to edit them all in here. I like to have them kind of trimmed up. Oh my god, they're everywhere.
Man, these pork rinds are fucking hot as shit. They're burning my mouth.
Oh my goodness, that's just me goofing around. But eventually this is a slow-mo montage, and the reason I save this is because once we get to this point and I blow myself up, and I take this guy down with me, we'll be able to watch him slow-mo, backflipping, which it's funny. Obviously, I was laughing. I don't know why I find that so funny, but so it's stuff like that. It's funny, we have two clips like in the same spot.
Oh, right above us.
And I'm actually gonna move this clip. We're gonna split these clips up because it's like the same exact spot on the same map, and I don't want to be repetitive, so we're gonna switch that up real quick. But anyway, next clip here. This is more of a massacre that we'll put in slow-mo. I get the drop on these dudes trying to sneak through the alley and just start wrecking them. There's a kill. There's a kill. There's a kill. Reload. So there's 3 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills. So yeah, some of that'll be in slow-mo, whatever. Nothing too cool. Here's a pretty sweet clip that'll be really badass in slow-mo. So it'll start to slow-mo like right here. It'll go slow-mo. Shoot the rocket. Boom! And we'll have it zoom in on that point right here. So I'll show you how to zoom in even further, so you can actually see that explosion a little bit better.
I think I might be getting chased from up the hill. Oh,
So these are clips that we're gonna edit.
There you go.
And it's hard to see what just happened there, but just some really wonky ragdoll physics that I think will be kind of funny to see in slow-mo. So there's that clip. 2 more clips. Oh, we already watched that one. Last clip. There's another one where the dude just gets launched. It's not that cool, but whatever. We'll see. So I think we might end on maybe this clip. So let's move this to the end. And to move stuff, you hit square on it, and then you can highlight move clip, and then you hit L1 and R1 to move the clip left and right. So what do we got now? We got our edited clip, 7 minutes long, but now we have these little clips that we have to edit. And I'm gonna make them do that slow-mo thing that I've been doing throughout the whole video. So we'll start with this one. This will be an easy one.
Oh my god, they're everywhere.
Man, these fork guns are fucking hot as shit. They burn my mouth.
So we're gonna want that part slow-mo. And traditional video editing programs, I could put a slow-mo kind of over the video, but in SHAREfactory you kind of have to do a bunch of different workarounds to make things work sometimes. So what you actually have to do is, because I can slow this whole clip down if I wanted to, I hit square on it, I go to time bender, and then you can slow it down or I can speed it up. So let's say I slow it down to 1/4 speed. It's going to slow down the entire clip to 1/4 speed, and we don't want that. We just want that little part to be slow-mo. Otherwise, this is boring right here. Nothing's really happening. We want the slow-mo to only be the good stuff. So we're going to go back to time bender. We're going to put it back to normal. But this time, we're going to try to...
Oh my god, they're everywhere.
Man,
once we get to the starting point of slow-mo. So right about... I think right about here we're going to go to slow-mo. So what we got to do is basically we're going to make that clip individual from the other clip. We have to kind of slice it, or it's actually trim, or split, sorry. So I'm going to hit square, and I'm going to go to split clip. And then I'm going to hit X right here where I want to split it. So you can't notice the split right now because I didn't do anything really except split it. But now we want to get to the end of the slow-mo, which will be... You can hear me laughing. Let's end it right about... Actually... Split that. Okay, so now we took that one clip and we split it into 3 clips. So it's going to be regular speed, slow-mo, and then back to regular speed. So we're going to go to the middle clip, the one that we're going to make slow-mo, and we're going to hit square, and go to time bender, and then put it down to 1/4 speed. So now, once we play that whole clip...
Oh my god, they're everywhere.
Man, these fork guns are fucking hot as shit.
Oh my god.
There you go. So that worked. I'd say the timing was pretty good, so I'm happy with it. So what else can we do to this clip? Well, just for demonstration purposes, we're going to put a little slow-mo sticker on here. So we're going to go, and you can hit L1 and R1 to flip to the next clip real quick like I'm doing right here. So we're going to get to the beginning of the slow-mo part, and we're going to hit X, and we're going to add an overlay. So adding overlays, you can add stickers, you can add, there'll be specific theme stickers, and you can import your own pictures, your own screenshots, and this is where you can also add your own text. And also the camera things, like you can have that zoom effect that I've been showing you, and we'll get into that in a bit. Right now we're just going to add a sticker, and it's going to be a slow-mo sticker. We're going to do this thing right here. Plenty of different stickers to choose from. That's where I got my like and subscribe stickers. I always put those in there in my videos just because it's so easy. Here's the arrows, so if you want to point things out, the arrows are good for that. But we're going to go back up here to slow. And right now it's on 5 seconds. I want it to be that whole clip, so we're going to drag it all the way to the end. It's going to be that whole slow-mo clip. And we can move this around if we wanted to. Maybe let's get it out of the way, like over here. Let's put it there, and we can change the opacity to make it less visible, but we're going to keep it fully visible. Let's turn it down maybe 5%. You can do an animation, which let's just do it to show you what that is. So you could have it, the way your text comes in, you can have it slide in, spin, drop, spin in. So there's plenty of different options. I'm actually not going to even do one just because it wouldn't really look right in this part. We'll do that later. But we're just going to keep that, so once we get to the slow-mo part again, oops, you can't watch that. It doesn't let me do full screen streaming. Or does it? Let's see. Pretty sure it doesn't. Oh, it does let me. Okay, so we can actually go full screen here.
Everywhere.
So I'm going to hit play
These
here.
programs are fucking hot as shit.
See how that slow-mo is on the top right now? Just put that in there. But it's only going to be the slow-mo clip. Once the slow-mo clip ends, that's going to go away.
Oh my god.
So it just kind of works perfectly.
Those pouches.
So that's that stuff. So now let's add a transition here. So to add transition, you put the first clip you want to click on to add transition, and it'll add it between the first and the second clip. And we want a transition between this clip and that clip.
God,
So we're just going to hit X, and we're going to add transition. And now we have plenty of choices here. Da-da-da. And let's go with, I think I picked the wrong theme, but whatever, it's fine. Let's do that one there. It's just saying it'll shorten the project because it's blending those two clips together a little bit. So just hit OK.
Oh, it's chaos! God, they're everywhere.
There we go. So now we have a transition from this clip
God, they're everywhere.
to that clip.
These programs are fucking hot as shit.
Got the slow-mo. Dude's backflipping. You can hear me laughing.
Oh my god. Those pouches.
Alright, so then I'm happy with this clip, so let's move on to the next one. So now we're on
Those pouches only do
a bit different of a clip. You know, this one was just kind of a goofy ragdoll explosion clip. This one is more of a complete massacre clip where I get a bunch of kills in a short amount of time. I think we're going to do that part right there in slow-mo, because that was pretty sick. So right before I get that first kill, I'm going to trim it, or I'm going to, split it. So we're hitting square, hitting split, hitting X, split. So this is the beginning of our slow-mo. And then once I gun down these three pools, get that third kill. And then I'm going to split it again. That'll be the end of the slow-mo segment. And we're just going to hit square on this clip now and time bender. We're going to put it to, let's say, quarter speed for now. We can always make it slower or faster. And now let's watch that clip in instant replay in slow-mo.
Those pouches only do...
Just gunning them down. Alright, so that seemed good. That was a good length and whatever. And actually, while we're at it, we're going to just save our project real quick in case the system crashes or something. So, good slow-mo chunk. And just for a trial, we're going to, instead of doing a quarter speed, let's do just a half. So it's not such a long clip. And let's see how that looks. It's almost better. I don't want it to drag on too long. So the half speed, that one, okay. So this is going to be a good one to show you how to do that zoom. So we're going to add the zoom. We'll have it zoom in right about here in that slow-mo chunk. So we're going to go back to add overlay. So I'm hitting X, add overlay. And this time we're going to go down to camera effects. And you got different options. This would make this camera or the screen shake. This would make it kind of bounce. This would kind of make it throb. Drift just kind of makes it feel like somebody's holding a camera and it's drifting around a little bit. Pulse, it kind of pulse. Effect or stomp, it just kind of like the pulse. But the focus is the one we're going to use. This is where it zooms in. We're going to click on that, and we're going to drag the length out to, let's do 6 seconds. Let's do 5 for now. And let's just see how that looks. There's the zoom. That was perfect. Just a couple more kills. A little sugar on top.
Yeah.
But that stuff, we won't make it slow-mo. It's not that interesting. So I think we're also gonna maybe add, because if you look on the, oh, you can't see it now. Oh, you can actually. Okay. Maybe like up here, if you look at the top right of the screen right now, top right, it just shows the kill feed. It's just me killing everybody. 5 kills right there. Now it might be a cool thing to highlight in the video. You know, you might not notice that if you're watching, but you know, as an editor, you kind of want people to see all the different information, you know, that you want them to see.
Yeah.
Let's do it right about here. So I'm going to add the arrow right now. So I'm going to hit X and go to add overlay. And we're going to go back up to stickers. Let's find us an arrow that we like. They're way at the bottom. I wish they were at the top. A thick one, a curvy one. This little guy. Let's just do this one here. Kind of a basic arrow. And we'll have it last, I don't know, 7 seconds. The time will be cut down because it's going to transition in and out. So you kind of want to add a little bit of a length to it. So we're going to transform it. And we're going to shrink. Okay, so if you look at the bottom, those are the controls. So L1 and R1. L1 makes it smaller, R1 makes it bigger. L2 rotates that way, R2 rotates it that way clockwise. But we're going to scale it down. Right joystick moves it around. Oops. Left joystick, you can select different things. So we're going to move it over here. And I'm going to rotate a little bit more. Shrink it down a little bit. So there's that. And what I'd actually like it to do is kind of slide in. It'll kind of slide in from over here. So what we do is we'll click it here for now. Place it there. But now we can go to, let's turn the opacity down a little bit just so it's not blocking so much stuff. 87%. So we're going to go to sticker animation. So you have beginning animation, middle animation, ending animation. So we'll start with the beginning animation. We'll have it slide in from the left. So if we scroll down to slide in, it shows what it's going to do right there. It's going to slide in, as opposed to pop in, where it'll pop in like that, or as opposed to spin drop. We're going to slide it in. We're going to click X. So that's set. The middle animation, I'm going to actually have it pulse a little bit, so it helps. If you look right there, you can see it's like highlighting it even more. So we'll have it pulse. And then the ending animation, let's see what'll look best. Do we want it to fade out? Do we want it to roll out? Slide out, we could have it slide across, which it slides over the text. Not totally. Oh, spin out was pretty cool. Zoom away. I like that spin away one here. Subtle, it kind of blends in probably. So we got the slide in, the pulse, and then the spin out. Let's see how that looks. And it shows it right here on the timeline. So we're gonna hit R2.
So you're saying support
Hold on, I'm killing everybody.
Let's try that one more time. Focusing on the top right.
yeah. So you're saying support
Hold on, I'm killing everybody.
Cool. So honestly, that was maybe a little too long of an arrow. I'm not trying to gloat that much. So we're gonna do. So I'm highlighted on the sticker already. So I'm gonna hit square, and we're gonna go to sticker duration, and we're just gonna shorten it a tad. So I can stretch it. You know, left joystick does this. We can change that. But we're just gonna shorten this up a bit. Go down to about, let's say, that much, and we're gonna hit X. So let's watch it one more time.
yeah.
Here it comes.
So you're saying support
Hold on, I'm killing everybody.
Cocky. Oh, I'm killing everybody.
Feed. So many dead dudes. I think I might be getting chased from up the hill.
Okay. So I'm liking this clip. We got the slow-mo chunk. It's kind of long, but whatever. So I'd say shortly after this is gone. You know, this is dead air right here. Nothing's happening.
Feed. So many dead.
So we're
so
gonna
you're saying
shortly after this arrow goes away,
Hold on, I'm killing everybody.
we're actually gonna trim out the end of this clip. And I prefer to just hit square, split. I'm gonna split it right here, and I'm just gonna delete the end of the clip.
so you're saying support
Hold on, I'm killing everybody.
Alright, whatever.
I think I might be.
So, the last thing I think is we need a little transition between this clip
Those
and then
pouches
this
only
clip that we
do.
just edited. So we're gonna back up and hit X to add transition. And let's do a new transition. How about this one? Or, I don't know, this one? Oh. It's a little longer than Too long. Oh. Too long. You know, let's just do maybe one of these transitions. Like, how about something like that? A lot of different choices here, you know. Explosions, playroom ones. Let's do, so it wants us to do a quicker one. That last one was too long. Let's just do like a cool static. So let's check that out. Oops.
Oh my god.
Pouches only do. That's good. Might as well watch this clip, see how it turns out. Here we got the zoom effect. And then we got the arrow coming in next.
yeah.
And then it highlights the kill feed.
Support
Hold on,
5
I'm killing
kills.
everybody.
And then we transition.
I think I might be getting.
Oh, we didn't do a transition here yet. We just did a transition earlier, so let's do a transition between these two. And this one we can make a long one. Let's do that long transition here. And let's see how that looks. Oops.
support
Hold on, I'm killing. I think I might be getting chased from up the hill. Oh, we took Charlie. Nice.
That was good. That's perfect.
So on to the next
Oh,
clip.
okay.
We're back to a
Do you
goofy
see that?
ragdoll physics one, which are some of my favorite. And they're also easy to edit. We don't have to do a whole lot on this one.
There you go.
We're just going to find our starting point for the slow-mo. How about a little earlier? We'll split it here. And then we'll end it right there. And this one is such a short one, it's only a second long. We're going to actually make this one real slow. Let's put it all the way down to 1/8 speed. So it just went from 1 second to like 13 seconds long.
There you go.
That physics are crazy right there. Oh, I'm getting sniped. They were crazy. Trev, very observant. Let's put it on a quarter, see if that's better. And let's do it on smooth. I prefer step, but we'll do smooth. Smooth puts on like a vignette filter, and it just kind of throws me off.
Get some help on the. There you go.
So you can't even like tell what's going on with the smooth effect. I think that speed was better. So we're gonna go back in here. We're just gonna turn off the smooth, and we're gonna put it back on step. It's just a different way of slow motion.
Wow, that's
shit.
it.
I don't know if I liked it slower or not. Let's look at this one more time. Charlie, nice.
Get some help on the. There you go.
I think we'll go with that slower. Not a whole lot of clips I have it that slow, so
Wow, that's it.
give it some
Do you
variance.
see that?
Okay, so I'm digging that. I'm happy with it. So let's get a transition between this and this now. Where do I want this? Yeah, so a lot of these physics-based ones. I'm gonna have to get rid of one of them. So sniped. Round of this clip.
Float down it real slow. Oh, let's get
Similar,
Bravo.
similar
Red
to the
bubbles.
last clip. Just ragdoll dude flying.
Oh, that was a great highlight.
Oh, the great highlight. Next clip. The final clip will be this guy, probably. And we'll do the zoom. But anyway, let's go back here to this clip. 1 second. Get a sneeze. Alright, so back to what we've been doing. We're just
Float
gonna
down it real slow. Oh, let's get
we're gonna slow mo this guy get
Bravo.
launched.
Oh,
So we're
red
gonna-
bubbles.
we'll
Oh,
do
red
a little
bubbles.
split right about here. Split there. And we'll end it. Right there. Right there. And then we'll make this part slow-mo. With the time bender, we'll just do half. And let's see how she
Float down
looks.
it real slow. Oh, let's get Bravo. Oh, red bubbles. Oh, that was a great highlight.
And since I said something
Oh,
dumb at
that's
the end
great
there,
highlight.
why don't we add a little stupid little...
Oh, that was. Oh. Oh.
So I'm gonna go to add overlay, add a sticker, and we're gonna add one of these goofy little meme looking faces. Not those ones. One of these ones. I like this guy. And we're going to pop him in there. We're going to transform it. Drag him over. Throw him over here maybe. And we'll give him a little bounce if we can. Just for fun, so we'll see how that looks.
Oh, that was a great highlight.
So, just something silly.
Oh, that was a great highlight.
That's basically like me talking. So let's get a
Physics are
transition
crazy
from
right
this
Oh, I'm getting sniped.
to this. So let's hit X, add transition. I don't know, why not that one?
That physics are crazy right there. Float down it real slow. Oh, let's get Bravo. Oh, right above us.
Splat.
Oh, that was a great highlight.
Alright. Pretty sweet. Now we only got a couple clips left, and I hate to keep doing the same thing over and over again, so I'm going to show you a couple other things. So, let's say we wanted to maybe add, let's see, let's just look at some stuff here. We could add a screenshot, so we could go through all of my weird screenshots. You know, completely unrelated. Let's say, I don't know, I'll throw this Stardew Valley screenshot in there, and maybe a Rocket League screenshot. Add screenshots. So instead of just having video clips, you can have regular screenshots as well, obviously. And then let's say we wanted to maybe add, I don't know, let's do track 2 first. Oh, and that's me. Hey. Didn't expect that, but so I could record stuff. Good thing I'm not like sitting here naked or something. That would have been embarrassing. So yeah, we could have this over that. I'll hit stop. And let's see what happens if we go back and play it. So there you go. Oh, now it popped it up there. So we've got options here. If I go to edit track, so I hit square on this track, and I go to edit track 2, which is the video thing I just recorded, and then I think I hit square again. This is where I can do different things. I could we could change where I am, so we could do something like this if we wanted. Or you could go to, you know, you could see all these different offset. Let's change the backdrop to, I don't know what that does honestly. Settings, so we could do a filter on it. We could add a filter, so instead of me looking like normal, we could make me neon. I could change the volume. Say it was too loud. Let's turn it down. I could move it, so I could change it where it's in a different spot. I could split it just like I was splitting other stuff, so I could maybe split right. It's not letting me split it here maybe. And then I could even split those up so I can move this clip over here. So let's just look at all the stuff I just did. Sitting here naked or something, that would have been embarrassing. So yeah, we could have this over that. So that's a good example of that stuff. Let's go to edit track 2. And I'm just going to delete those things that we just recorded. That was just kind of show you what's up. So that was adding track 2, as opposed to we can add music. And let's just do this little tune I made for my buddy PSVR America on YouTube. Check his channel out, PSVR America. So now we have a music clip in our video. Let's see how that sounds. It's probably gonna be loud.
PSVR America. PSVR America. Welcome to VR.
So that was adding music. You could do whatever, you know, you could make mean, you could make a whole music video in here if you wanted to. You don't even have to do video game related stuff because you can import your own music. So let's delete that music. And I'll try to go over a few more things here before I conclude. I feel like I'm probably dragging on. So if we just go to the bare bones of the SHAREfactory, you know, if you back up, you know, I could hit X here. We can add clips, we can add screenshots, track 2, we can add the music, overlays, we can add filters. I never use the layouts and then transitions, so I've shown you most of that. Layout, I don't know, you can make it instead of being like a normal looking thing, you can do something like this. You know, whatever. Let's do layout. Actually, that's a bad one. Oh, tilt shift, sure. Different layouts if you want to make stuff look different. Kind of cool. Might be helpful for certain things. I should probably use that more often. So that was me hitting X on a clip, but then there's also hitting square on a clip, which is more like your edit button. So I could split my clip. I could trim it, which I haven't done yet. So if I wanted to trim it, it's kind of a more intimate way of trimming. It gives you a little more fine detail. Fine detail. You can do really like frame by frame edits by, you know, just clicking the L1, R1, L2, L1. That's trim clip. There's move clip, so that's just me moving a clip around. Delete, obviously you delete it. Clone is basically copying and pasting a clip. So if I wanted to clone this clip, boom, I just did it just by hitting clone. So now I have 2 of that. Pan and zoom. So you could have it zoomed and it can also pan. So now if we go back, this clip is normal, but then this next clip is panned and zoomed. So let's pan and zoom. Hit square, edit overlays. So that's if I wanted to go like for where I have the sticker here. If I wanted to edit the sticker on the bottom right there, I would hit square on this clip, and that's when I go to edit overlays. And then you see on the top left that sticker shows up. So I would try to go highlight that, hit confirm, hit square, and now I can edit this guy here. Let's make him a little smaller. Oh, that was a great highlight. So that was edit overlays, edit layout. That's if we wanted to just change this stupid layout that we have on there, that little filter thing. Edit transition. So if we go back to here, maybe an edit transition, this is where you could either delete it, replace it, or maybe more importantly, we're going to set the volume. And all those transitions are too loud, in my opinion. So I'm just going to turn this one down to, let's say, 5%. And we're also going to just hit square on apply to all. And this will turn all of those transitions volumes down to just 5%. So I don't have to do it on each of them. So that's useful. So now it's not nearly as loud. That physics are crazy right there. Float down it real slow. Bing. Bada boom. So if I go back hitting square, I can edit the music, which we don't have any music, but that's if you wanted to go back and edit your music. And then if you hit start, this is where you can, so if you save project, you're just kind of saving it, you're not exporting it. If you export it, it'll take a while, you know, a 10-minute clip would probably take about 5 minutes to export, but then it'll like completely export that clip into your gallery, and that's how you upload stuff to YouTube and whatnot. Generate thumbnail. Let's do a thumbnail. So now, well, actually I should probably do a thumbnail here instead. So hit start, generate thumbnail. That just kind of helps you organize your project. And then view help. So I guess I've never really clicked on this. Oops, I don't want that. So the interface on the bottom of the screen, if you use the touchpad, you can slide the touchpad left and right, and that's how you can really quickly fast forward like I'm doing, as opposed to the right joystick, which is, it's not as fast. And then the right and left D-pad is how you move left and right, just frame by frame. So fast, medium, slow, and then L1 and R1 toggles flips through clips. L2 brings up your full screen or not. And then, you know, if I go back to this menu, I can save and exit, share and exit. So I think I've pretty much covered a lot of stuff I was trying to cover. You know, if people like this video, I can do a much more helpful one that's a little more focused, not just specifically doing the slow-mo stuff. You know, there's a lot of other things you can do with the text and whatnot. But I'm just gonna, you know, I showed you the beginning of the clip. I think I'll end by just playing the rest of this clip out, and I'll kind of commentate as we go on. So. So we got the page flip transition, and we'll go to slow-mo sniper kill. And that's something I could have maybe added a zoom effect on or something, or like an arrow, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. Couple sniper headshot kills. Transition. Tony, got a sniper over by you. Bazooka launch. Sniped him. Oh, I just sniped him with a rocket! Put Never mind. The funny stick over there.
We were just laughing.
So this is the grenade toss. So this is where I added some text. Right there, some text. Just to show you, to make you realize, okay, he just threw that grenade. Then we zoom in here, just to give a little more closer view of that grenade blowing up. The epic frag toss. Then we transition to the next clip.
Oh shit.
Fuck is that guy up
I'm
above?
up top, on top, yep, on top of that building.
It's a nice explosion monta or explosion slow-mo here.
Did you see that? I chucked a C4 up there. Oh, missed, yeah.
He's a nice little kill spree. Shooting never late in the back. Nice little triple kill. With the slow-mo. Here comes a transition. Oh, there's a transition there. I probably just forgot to put a transition there. Not a big deal. It's not like you need a transition in every single clip. I might go back and put one in there. I'd say this is one of the weaker clips of the montage. It's nothing really crazy except just shooting the enemy a little bit. That's a nice little 5-kill streak. You see that sniper pop up, shoot me once, but takes him too long to reload. So it's kind of a longer clip, maybe a little too long, but whatever.
Man, I can't believe
Oh my god!
yeah.
Okay, I'm on recovering the other steps.
It's probably the longest clip of the whole
Domination
montage.
Little regular domination. 16 on 16. On a fucking killing spree right now. It's getting gross. It's hard to hear like anybody. It's hard to hear you guys talk when you're playing this game. It's so loud.
I should probably trim this clip up.
I always turn down
It's kind of boring, you know.
the chat volume.
No, it is a bunch of kills. Like, it ends really well here, right? These last 2 kills are pretty sick. That guy pops up out of nowhere. America's friend.
I find it a lot easier.
Nice little transition. There's another rocket snipe.
Damn, I think I just saw a guy bazooka another guy
Oh yeah.
super close to me.
You know it.
Was that you?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that you?
It's my buddy Tony.
Oh,
That's why I
man.
was laughing.
That guy just like fucking disappeared, man. Man, he was
Oh, they're coming at the
evaporated.
same. See ya. Get all rigged out physics.
Launching dudes. Oh, they're coming up the hill. They're storming the hill. Oh, it's chaos. Oh my god, they're everywhere.
Man, these port guns are fucking hot as shit.
And now we're up to where we started this tutorial, this part of the montage. Remember we made that guy go in slow-mo and we added the slow-mo text on the top right.
Oh my god.
Those pouches only do... And here's the massacre. Look at how they just line up for me. You're dead. And this guy comes along to revive all the guys I just killed. So it's like, alright, killed you once. Hold on, I'm killing everybody. Then we got a transition.
Chase from up the hill.
That's a perfect transition for
Oh, we
that
took
clip.
Charlie. Nice.
Get some help on me, bro.
Use the super slow-mo clip.
Wow, that's
shit.
Do you see that? That physics are crazy right there. Float down it real slow. Oh, let's get Bravo. Oh, right above
Slow-mo
us.
clip. Dude getting launched. Still a quick one.
Oh, that was a great highlight.
Gotta like the really quick, short ones. Short and sweet. This one I think we'll delete. We never edited this clip, so it's just that dude getting launched. It looks crazy in slow-mo. And then now we're to the end where we added just some random screenshots with some different layouts. Another random screenshot with a weird layout. And then we panned and zoomed it for that screenshot. And I think we got the final clip that we never edited. But we'll have it go slow-mo here, and it'll zoom in right here. As that it's going up. I think you can see that dude's body fall out. And that's the end of the clip. And that'll be the end of the tutorial / review, which I already said if I were to review SHAREfactory, probably give it a 8.5, 9 out of 10, something like that. It's I really like it. It's very intuitive and easy to use, in my opinion. So any questions, comments, insults, throw them in the comments. But thanks for watching. I hope I taught you something. SHAREfactory's great. Trev over and out.